G'day, welcome to Board Game Backers, brought to you by Liberty Guild Gaming. Today we are playing a solo playthrough of Flamecraft Duels. In this one here, we are dragons coming out to play, trying to fill market orders. Each of these dragons have a logo, which helps us meet our orders over here, or our market order. Yeah, and in this game here, we are playing with the Fountain expansion, which allows you, when you complete a market, you can actually move this dragon to anywhere on the board and remove one of those pieces that you can play on your next turn, and the others go back into the bag, thus extending the game. Because if we don't complete a market each turn, we only have 3 coins to spend, either refresh or to keep on playing, and we can only play till this deck runs out. And to win, we need to get through these cards here. So let's get started and see how we go. Starting with my first one, and so shuffle these. There we go. Oh, we have a green one, which allows me to fire up an adjacent dragon. And considering I'm trying to meet these objectives over here, I'm going to put this one just here. So I can fire up this one here, and hoping to get a diamond. I get to pull 3 cards. Let's see how we go. Oh, and no, I did not. So I am going to play this one over here, because I can start to try to make this one. To get here, I need to spend one of these because I didn't actually get the complete one. And try again. Oof, I got my diamond. Excellent. There we go. And this has got 2 of these here. I've got a diamond and a bread, so it can be either or in this situation. So I can either pull 3 or fire up an adjacent dragon. So I am going to go and pull 3 and hope to maybe get a potion. And I did. Excellent. So I'm going to put these back here. I'm going to put this one over here so I can start making reaching this market here. I have completed one of these orders already, so I can put that over here. We'll add these at the end, and that'll give us our final score. There we go. I'll pull another one out. And what do we have? We've got 2 potions and a bread. Okay, let's see how this one plays out. There we go. We have another one. I've got a diamond, so I'm going to go and put this one here. That way I can complete this order. This diamond allows me to pull 3, place 1, but I don't get to fire it. So let's hopefully get a bread. Oh, look at that. We got a potion. So let's do that, shall we? And I'll put this back over here. So I've actually completed 2 orders this turn. I'm just confirming with the fountain if the pieces get returned back to where they came from. So we got the end game, special abilities, taken. And when you complete a fountain card, you may follow, spend a coin to draw new cards, which we've discussed. The fountain setup, perfect. There we go. Take the fountain miniature and move it to any space on the board. If you move it to a space that contains a stack of dragon tokens, return all but 1. You will not pull a token in the next turn, you must play it. Okay, perfect. Cool. So, I am after a bread token, so I am going to go and grab this one here. I've completed this, and I have also completed this one. And there we go. We've got some steaks, and we've got some anvils and some bread. Now I'm forced to play this hand here. So I am going to go and place it here. I do get to fire it up. See, I've got my 2 potions here and here. Where's the anvil? Anvil's there. Perfect. Cool. I get to fire it up, and a bread allows me to play another dragon. So let's see how we go here. Got another bread. So let's try to keep these breads close, shall we? We will go. And to my knowledge, I think I get to actually pull a new dragon token from the bag. Then you may fire up the token. Cool. Okay, we'll do that, shall we? I'm going to put you here. I like to keep my pieces close, just in case I need them. So I'll do that, so not to block my red. And pull another one. Excellent. Got myself an anvil, which I'm going to place right here. I've completed this order. The potion allows me to swap any two, and the anvil allows me to move 2 adjacent spaces. So, and I've also completed this order. So I've actually completed 2 orders this turn. Actually, technically, I completed this order last turn. So that's when I had the 2 potions in the bread. So let's get this out of the way. Pull another one. There we go. Got a green leaf and an anvil. Wow. And my greens are over here and over there. So I'm incentivized to try to complete this if I can. I've got 2 anvils and a bread. And this is the one that I played. And potion, it allows you to swap any 2 dragons. So that being the case, I might try to, let's just come see if I can actually swap from underneath. Here we go. Swap. Choose any 2 dragon tokens on the board and swap their positions. You may choose the potion dragon token you just placed as one of those tokens to swap. Seeing it says any tokens, you can almost assume that it means you can do the bottom one, but I'm going to play it so that you can only move the top. So let's have a look here. What do I want to move? I do need to complete that order, and I need my leaf token available. So swapping doesn't actually help me at the moment. However, moving 2 adjacent dragons might actually help me. So let's start doing that. 1 and 2. That frees up my leaf over here. So that is helpful. I removed this one from the board, completed that, and get myself a freshie. Look at that, we've got 2 breads and a diamond. Cool, we'll see how we go there. Or we can even go here. If we pull a diamond, let's see. We've got an anvil, and an anvil allows us to make 2 adjacent dragons. So, any way that we can move a bread and complete a diamond doesn't look too promising, does it? So, and we could, anyway, we can get a leaf over. If I were to put here, I could potentially move this one across and then move this one on top, allowing us a little bit more agency in how we sort of could potentially get it. Unfortunately, I don't actually have completed one of these. I'm going to spend one of these to continue playing and pull another token out. Got myself a leaf, which is great, and I am going to put it over here. So I've completed this order here. The leaf allows me to fire up an adjacent dragon, and this one allows me to swap any 2 dragons. So, and the bread allows me to play another dragon, which I don't really want to do right now. I don't want to go through, and the leaf allows me to fire up an adjacent dragon. Well, fire up, see, I can fire this one up, and I can also then go over here and move 2 adjacent dragons, which isn't going to help me because I need to get to that red one over there. That's what I want to do. So do I want to swap any 2 dragons around? We've got 2 breads and a diamond, so that could be helpful. So why don't we do that? I've got to complete this, and I need to get a diamond over here. And so none of this is actually helping me. Like I feel like there's something here that I could use, and it just isn't coming to me for whatever reason. So I could, you know what? I'm not going to do anything because I'm not sure what to do. And so let's just continue to play on and complete this one here. Get a new one, and we've got 3 leaves. So that's how we play on. Oh, got myself a stake, which allows me to move one adjacent dragon to any space. So if I put him over here, and any adjacent dragon, what do we need? We need a diamond, don't we? So if I were to place him here, I could move this one here, and I've completed this order over here. Okay, that is done. I've got my 2 stakes out, and now I've got 2 potions and an anvil. 2 potions, oof, very close. All I have to do is move that one across, and that one's done. Let's see how we go. What do we have? We've got another stake, which allows me to move an adjacent dragon to any space, and we are wanting to move an anvil if we can. There we go. Excellent. I'm going to move this anvil over here. You know what? I'm going to move it over here, and I can 2 potions and an anvil. There we go. That one is completed. Grabbing another one. Now we've got 3 breads. Here we go. Got myself another stake. So move an adjacent dragon to any space. So I'm going to put you here. I am going to move this one to here. And to over here. There we go. And now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've completed this one. And now I get to move this anywhere I want to. And the question is, which one do I want? And swapping to move. I am going to go and grab this one here. Grab this. This one gets returned. This way it gives me a little bit more options to play with. And reveal the next market card. There we go. Probably not the smartest move because I've got rid of my green. So what I need now is all bread. And where are my breads? I've got a bread here and a bread here, which isn't going to help me because I can't make 4 here. So I need to start working in a straight line somehow. This one allows me to move 2 adjacent dragons. So and I am going to move this one here, and then I'm going to move this one on top, and I've got my bread there, so that could help me later, but also keep in mind I do need to complete something. So if I move this one across and this one towards me, I've just completed my bread. There we go. Excellent. Let's grab a new one. 2 potions and a diamond. Almost. So let's see how this plays out. I'm going to have a hard time meeting this one because of where my bread situation is. Got myself a bread, which allows me to play another dragon. So I'm going to put you here and get to play another dragon, and this is a diamond. That allows me to pull 3, and that also allows me to 2 diamonds and an anvil. How are we doing for anvils? Yes, we can meet that. So I'm going to put you here. So I've got my 2 diamonds and an anvil. The diamond allows me to pull 3 and place 1. So the question is, do I want to do that? No, I do not. It's not going to help me at the moment because I need a bread. And so I will now complete this order. So you may want to activate it. I'm choosing not to because I don't want to go through my bag over here. There we go. Now we've got 3 anvils. And where are our anvils? And we've got 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. So we're in a bit of a bind. And we've got a bit of a bind with the leaf situation as well. We've only actually got 2 leaves on the board at the moment because I got rid of the other one. Whoopsies. Okay, let's see how we go. Let's go pull one out. And it's a leaf, so let's go put where it needs to go. Let's fill in this space here, shall we? And a leaf allows me to fire up an adjacent dragon, which I am going to fire up this one here, or swap any 2 dragons. Can't do that because there's no greens anywhere. Or I could do this, but also keep in mind I need to make sure I meet one of these. So before I do that, I'm actually going to pull 3 and hoping I'll get a leaf. How do I go? Yes, got myself a leaf. There we go. And just to remind me, I think I can fire that up, can't I? Teacher and dragon, may fire up another plant dragon token. And cool. And swap. Oh, yeah, no, I didn't get to fire it up. However, I do get to complete my order. So there it is there. Got 3 stakes. Cool. And this is getting a little bit harder now. Got a diamond. A diamond allows me to pull 3. This is not helpful at the moment. And I need an anvil here. So I will put you here for now. Just get, and I will do this. Pull 3. Got myself a bread. Yay! Question is, and I've also got an anvil. I've got my breads, so I'm kind of pretty good in that way. So I will put my anvil here and hope that maybe I'll eventually move those out of the way. There we go. Haven't actually completed an order. That means I've got to spend one of these. And now, don't have many left. I'm a bit of a bind. Got myself an anvil. Move 2 adjacent dragons to any space. Okay, so I can move here, move the diamond, move the stake over here, and I've just met that order. Also keep in mind, I could move it over here, and then hopefully I'll be able to move the stake across. There we go, I'm going to do that. There we go, met that order. Next one, got 3 diamonds. Ooh. Getting close now. Got myself a bread. And a bread allows me to play another dragon. I'm going to put you here. There we go. And hopefully, I'm either hoping for a green one or a red one. I could even go for a swap. I'm not sure. Let's see how we go. Fry up an adjacent dragon. Excellent. Which one allows me to swap? So, there we go. If I were to put you here, I could swap and fire up an adjacent dragon. I'm after a swap. No, I can also go for a move 1 adjacent dragon to any space. So that could work for me too. Now I'm going to do for a swap action, I need to go next to a potion to do that. Where is our potions? All the way over here. There we go. I'm going to fire up this one here. I'm going to swap these 2 over. That's not helping me either. Okay. Okay, looks like I've got to move 2 adjacent dragons. So if I go here, I can, fortunately, I'm going to put you here. And if I'm moving to adjacent dragons, I could, and I won't move anything else. There we go. I've met my 3 diamonds. So that's done. But I'm not anywhere near close to getting that bread together. I've only got 3 in the bar. 3 left. And we've got a stake, which allows me to move an adjacent dragon to any space, and a bread. Move an adjacent dragon to any space. So I've got 2 stakes. That's actually very helpful. Well, sort of. And okay, we will go here. I will move this dragon to an adjacent space. Oh, there's an anvil under there. Finally not good. There we go. Perfect. I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to move this dragon over here, and then I've actually met this criteria here. I'm cutting it very fine, guys. And 2 stakes and a leaf. There's one over there. However, what I really want is my bread. I really do need my bread. So that's how we go. We've got a stake, which allows me to move an adjacent dragon to any space, and fire up an adjacent dragon. Okay, where's an anvil? Perfect. I'm going to play you here. And I am going to go and move you over here, and move you. Ah, it doesn't work. I can at least get 2 stakes and a leaf somewhere. And so move 1 adjacent dragon to any space. Okay, I will move an adjacent dragon. Oh, I've got 2 stakes. If I put it here, I've met that criteria right there. And the green one allows me to fire up an adjacent dragon. And I will, how do I want to do this? Fire up an adjacent dragon. I reckon they're always good. I have a diamond, which allows me to pull 3. I have a green one that allows me to fire up an adjacent dragon, which isn't helpful because I need. And there we go. Well, you know what? I might just fire up a red one. And there we go. I'm going to use these 2 here. There we go. I moved it across. I'm going to swap it out. That's how I'm going to do it. And I've met this one. Grab another one. 2 stakes and a diamond. Wow. And I've only got 1 left. Okay, let's see how we go. And it's an anvil, which allows me to move 2 adjacent dragons to any space. So I will put you here. There we go. And I will move you here. And I will move you here. There we go. By doing that, I've finally completed this one here, and I've also completed this one here. So I'm going to get rid of this and this. And what I need is a stake. So I am going to go and get this one here. These 2 go back in the shebang. And then I am forced to play this card. So let's flip this one over. Flip this one over. All leaves. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, so close. And I've got a leaf. I've got a leaf. But yes, this is good. And I've also got 2 breads and an anvil. So that's been met. And see if I can get 3 stakes, 1, 2, if I can. So to do that, I would have to put it here. And And it allows me to move one adjacent dragon to any space, which doesn't help me necessarily, at least not yet. And I get to meet these, so I can close these two out, but if I put it over here, and see if I can move any more leaves anywhere. And a leaf allows me to move one adjacent dragon to any space. And the red one here allows me to move one adjacent dragon to any space. So this, okay, the best thing I can do, I reckon, at the moment, unfortunately, is to put this here and allow me to move this one here to any space of my choosing. And any diamonds anywhere. Have I completed any diamonds yet? There we go. No, so I know there is a diamond one coming by the looks of it. So how do I set this up so it puts me in the best position possible? Right here, I reckon. So I've completed this one and this one. I've got my 4 greens here. Question is, I've got 2 more to go. There, one's going to be diamond. So if I were to grab these out, let's see what we've got there. So we'll grab these. We've completed the leaf, the steak, the bread. So that then leaves only diamonds, anvils, and potions. By the looks of it, let's just quickly go through these, make sure I haven't missed any. There's only 2 left. Oh, there's my potions. So diamonds and anvils. And anvils are these ones here. So I'm a bit of trouble over here already. Potentially. But at the very least, let's see how we go. I'm going to grab this one. I'm going to grab the first 3 pile I have. And I'm going to go this one here. There we go. And yeah, I'm going to do that. Not sure if that's the wisest thing to do, but, and out of these ones here, which one do I want to keep to play? Move 2 any adjacent dragons to any space. Because remember, keep in mind, I've got the anvils. I've only got one, 2. It's going to be very, very difficult to get any of those and pull 3. So why not? There we go. I'm going to actually go with the diamond and push my luck on there. Yeah, getting the right ones that I need. So there we go. There we go. And what's the next one is the 4 diamonds. So I've got 1 there, 1 there. Okay. And I will place you here. Keep in mind, I still need to make sure I can complete stuff. 2 anvils and a potion. In retrospect, I probably should have kept that anvil. I was not looking ahead, was I? That's okay. I'm going to pull 3, and hopefully I'll get the anvil that I need, which I did. Okay, get that anvil, place it here, and that allows me to meet this criteria here. And what did the anvil give me? It allows me to move 2 adjacent pieces to any space, which doesn't help me at all. That's okay. No, it doesn't actually help me, except, you know, I do have an anvil one coming eventually, so I may as well try to get that lined up. Okay, last round. Oh, let's pull this. 2 breads and a leaf. Do we have that? We've got 3 breads. Well, if I get a bread, I'll meet that order. I just need a bread. I get a diamond. Pull 3 and then, yeah, but I don't get to fire it up. That's all right. I am gonna put you here. And because I've got 2 left in here, it means I get to pull these extra 6 in here. And I need to pull 3. Let's see how we go. There we go. We got our diamonds. Look at that. So, and we've also got a stake. I think we've got to try to meet a stake before, didn't we? Yes, we did. And I am going to go with the diamond though. And the diamond allows me to pull 3 and yeah. There we go. But I don't get to fire it up. However, I do get to complete this one here. So, yay. And it also means I get to move this one, and we know what it's going to be. It's going to be an anvil. So, let's see if I can pull off a miracle. So, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All my anvils are out. Wow. That's kind of frustrating, isn't it? Okay. And is there a bread somewhere? Ideally, a bread with an anvil. Bread with an anvil? No. I mean, a leaf with an anvil. That would be ideal. Hey, buddy. Need a green and a purple. Is there any greens and purples anywhere? No, there isn't. So it must be still in the bag. You're a good boy. Okay. This is I do need to get this. Luca, no. There we go. I am forced to.
Enough, your dad is right there. You do not scratch on my door. Stop.
There we go.
No.
So, got my 3 anvils. 2 bread and a leaf. See how we go. And pulling one out. Oh, we've got ourselves a bread. And a bread allows us to play another dragon. So let's do that. I am going to go with here, just for that space up there. Grab myself a dragon and see how we go. Got myself a leaf. And this one allows me to fire up an adjacent dragon. And, which isn't going to help me at all. 2 breads and a leaf. There we go. 2 breads and a leaf. I'll meet this criteria here. Flip another one over. 2 potions and a leaf. Do I have that? I do not. What are we hoping for? We're hoping for an anvil. We get a potion, which isn't helpful. And 2 potions and a leaf. Let's see if we can actually meet that. We can. I'm going to go over here. There we go. And swap any 2 thingamajiggies. So let's do that. Doesn't help me at all. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 stakes and a potion. Come on, anvil. Let's get you. Yes. Got myself my anvil over here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. I've now completed this one over here. And that is game. I may have played incorrectly, not sure. Happy with any rules, gooses, leave them in the comments. And let's see how we go with our scoring. Excellent. So quite a big score here, and all you do here when you complete your score, you just count all the numbers on the side, which I'm happy not to do. Oh, there is actually a bit of a scoring criteria for the solo mode. So I got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 35, 37, 40, 42, 44, 45, 47, 50, 52, 54, 56, 59, 61. And looking over here, for a score of 61 is I'm a duologist. So excellent. Thank you very much for watching. I'll leave some how-to videos into the comments that I find on YouTube. And hey, Simon, if I've done any roast gooses, let me know in the comments. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you guys real soon. Catch you on the next one. Bye.